All right. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to my stream. We're going to have some fun today, I'm pretty sure. But first I want to check my audio here, so hang on one sec. I got to refresh my browser. And when that comes back, I'm going to see how my audio sounds. Refresh my browser. Okay, that sounds pretty good. It might be a little echoey. I don't know. All right, let me You hear me? Well, great. How you doing, Rycor? It's a little echoey in the room, but hopefully I can address that. I don't know. We'll find out. All right, let's get Kerbal up and running here. Oh, it's running already. I didn't realize it was going to be that quick. And I may have to adjust my camera a little bit. Looks like I'm off center for some reason. So let me adjust that. Let me spend some time on my camera here. Should be fairly simple to do. Do that. Do that. And wait, what's wrong with the image? I'm a little off center. All right, didn't look like. I'm just babbling to myself here. What do I want to do? All right, first of all, let's close that. Move that. And click that. And let's see. That's better. Centered. All right, click save, click OK. And then I can minimize that. Oh. Boggs, how you doing? Let me get rid of all this. Oh, the silence has stopped. Or the multiple music. I'm doing okay, Fogs. Thank you. Thank you for asking. All right, so I had well a day off, but it wasn't really a day off. The situation I'm in is precarious. I wrote this when I was closing my business, and quite honestly, I haven't been able to find any sort of employment that would allow me to, live on my own. So I've been, prior to this, I was living with some friends, and we're still friends. There's no problem there. It just came time for me to leave, and but I'm amongst other friends, and we'll just have to play this by ear. Anyways, so that's it. Let's what are we doing today? Oh, that's right. We're doing the Hubble Telescope. We have to deploy it. Wait, is that already up there? Did I update that already? I did. All right. Sweet. All right, let's go and resume this. And I have some iced tea with a very long straw. Fix that. There we go. All right, so 117 flights. Yeah. Does the audio sound okay? Excuse me. So 117 flights. It does sound okay. It sounds echoey to me, but maybe I can't hear that, or maybe it's not being picked up. Yeah, Fox, it's just Oh, I left my keys right here. We'll work it all out. All right, so it's a little hot. Clipping a tad. It's clipping a tad, huh? Well, let's see what happened. Recording devices, microphone, levels. That's still at 50%. Is what I can do is lower the decibels. All right, let's try that. All right, so I reduced the mic. I can do it some more too. Let's see here. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Test, test, test. All right. I don't know. It's not a professional setup. I'm not a professional, so hopefully that's a little bit better. I lowered the decibel from negative 1.8 to negative 3.9. Clipping a tad. See, I don't really have a gauge that shows clipping. I do know what that means, though. I guess I could go back over here. And did anything change? No. Let me lower that down just a couple. All right. All right. You may not be able to hear me mumble. All right, so I believe we are going to do a shuttle launch. I know we did one last time, but I figured that since I got interrupted, we'd just do it all from the beginning again. And we're doing STS. I think we're just ready to go. I think the Hubble's loaded up, and we're good to go. So I gotta learn how to spell shuttle. STS-31. There it is. Excuse me. So, anyways, happy Friday. Hope everyone's having a great Friday so far. And if you're on the other side of the pond, it might be almost Saturday for you. So, very awesome that you guys are hanging out with me today. Appreciate it very much. All right, so here's our shuttle. And that is our Hubble Telescope. Made from stock parts, the best I could do. And I think we're good to go. So let's close the cargo bay. And let's save that. And we need to have 5 crewmen. I already got a check mark. Is there really 5 people in there? I didn't think so. Alright, let's not take these losers. Let's find some other respectable individuals here. Alright, so there's a pilot, there's an engineer, there's another pilot, and let's take a scientist, and then let's take a technician. Technician is from the MKS mod. Alright, so what do we gotta do here? Reach orbit, deploy Hubble, and then we gotta put the Hubble in a certain... Shouldn't be too hard. Shouldn't be very hard. The hard part is me flying it. Yes, I am double fisting my... Oh. Okay, I just brushed my teeth about 10 minutes ago. Wow. That hit hard. That was kind of gross. No, that was really gross. Not kind of gross. Oh. And my stomach's bothering me again, so I popped a couple Pepsid AC. So who knows what sort of malarkey's going through here. What am I looking for? Lights. Alright. I think we should be okay with our staging, right? There should be an engine way at the top. That is our payload engine. Cool. I've done that before. If you ever do anything that's slightly complicated like this and you have a payload inside your cargo of anything, make sure you put its engine at the top so when you're staging, it doesn't stage inside your cargo bay and start putting stuff on fire, you know. Bad idea. Alright, so let's go ahead and do an F5 here. Oh, and I also have lights on the shuttle. Yes. SAS is engaged. Let's crank that throttle. I need to bring up my checklist here. Otherwise, I'm going to not know what to do on this shuttle. The author of this shuttle, here's a link to the shuttle I'm using. I didn't create the shuttle. What I like about it, it looks so much like a shuttle. It is. And it's 100% stock parts. I think. Yes, this one is 100% stock. The I say that because no, it is stock. The author of this, the craft creator created a KOS script, and you have to put one little thing on it to make it work. I pulled it off because I was having some problems. It's still me. So anyways. All right, let's do this. 3, 2, and 1. So this is actually a test because it's my first stream from a different location. So hopefully everything's coming across okay. Now I have to pay attention to what's going on here. So I do action group 6. Then at 2000 we throttle back. Let's make sure that's not on. Throttling back. And then at 5000 we do something. Everything seems to be holding. Can I just click prograde? Will it try to hold that? Oh, look at that. It actually works. Oh, 5,000, I'm supposed to do what again? Oh, that. Alright, so let's see here. Everything's fine, Fox, thanks. Alright, so 8,000, 9,000, we gotta go full throttle again. And then at 10,000, I was supposed to do that, which I forgot. And we do something at 16, which is actually group 9. Whoa, whoa. Almost lost it. Had to enable RCS to help out a little bit. Alright, turned off RCS. We're just going to try to hold this. Tapping on the reaction wheel to try to put us over a little bit. Put us over, you know. Straighten us out. That's what I was trying to say. Alright, SRBs getting ready to... Alright, here goes the SRBs. Well, that wasn't such a bad separation. Again, I'm just trying to keep it... We have a little bit of a wobble. That might be torque. Somewhere I have torque. I thought I did. No, guess not. Alright, everything's looking pretty good. Let's take a look at our... I can turn that off. So what I want to do is I want to start flattening this out a little bit, I think. So what I'm going to do is bring it this way. And I'm going to attempt to fix my inclination. So my inclination was off, not by much, but the more I can do now, the less I have to do later. Yeah. Now, for some reason, this seems to be going a lot better than the last time I flew the shuttle, and the only difference I can think is I've got 14 tons of cargo. So flying an empty shuttle or having a very light probe is a problem. So I'm going to take this up to about 200 kilometers, I think. A little bit of some sort of weird oscillation going on here. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, okay, this is the problem I ran into last time. Alright, too much. Too much. Too much. Just hold there. Hold it! Hold steady there. No, don't do that. I'm having a little trouble keeping it steady here for some reason. Oh, it's all over the place. Whoa, okay. Not what I wanted to do. Can I get you to just hold prograde? Okay. Can we... Okay, we'll do that. We'll just hold prograde instead of me trying to do it manually. And then... Actually... Maybe that's what we'll do. Alright, so floating nicely. Let's switch over. That was slightly nerve-wracking. So instead of going to 200... No, I want to push this out to 200. I need to learn how to do this. So let me do that. Alright, now we're at 200. Alright, now let's... That didn't quite hold prograde, did it? Alright, so... So I forgot my routine. I think is what I'm going to do is unlock these fuel, and then as we're floating here very nicely, we're going to get rid of the external tank. Not really supposed to do that. And then let's go ahead and circularize. Oh, first of all, I need to change my control point to here. And then let's drop a maneuver node right here. Gonna cost 202. Cool. Go ahead and let RCS help. I haven't been around a lot recently. Did you build the shuttle on the stream? No. I have no skills to build anything that looks like a plane. This I got from Kerbal X. The gentleman that makes the shuttle actually occasionally will pop into the stream. I like it because it's all stock. And, you know, because I did try some others that had like KW rocketry stuff on it. But again, I wanted to just learn how to fly a shuttle of stock parts and then maybe expand my repertoire. I don't know. My shuttle-toire. Alright, so we're going to get our orbit here. And welcome back, Squirrely. Appreciate you stomping in. Whoa. Turn off ICS. Alright, so how are we doing here? 200 by 200. I'm pretty darn happy with that. Although I didn't do it myself. I've been wanting to embark on a mission to build the ISS in Kerbal. We will be doing that. I will not, I repeat, not be doing it with the Canada arm. I tried to do it. It was just so much work, and I was using a mod called Canada arm. I wasn't using Infernal Robotics and making my own. So it was challenging because the elbows I needed didn't go the way I wanted. So probably about a third of the time I would have to move the shuttle so I can get the elbows to move the way I wanted, and it just took too long. Plus, I didn't know what I was doing, so, right. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my control point to here. And we need to turn on my fuel cells here before we run out of power, I think. Start that fuel cell. Start that fuel cell. How you doing, Death Dread? Guys, Death Dread also streams some Kerbal, so you can check out. Oops, gotta learn how to spell it. So give him a follow if you want to watch some more KSP. All right, so let's do an F5 right here, and let's go ahead and we got to do some things a little bit complicated here. This is our unassembled Hubble Telescope. And what we need to do is deploy it from here. And I need to dock it to here so that my Kerbal can come out and assemble the solar panels. So, first of all, I need to come in here and figure out where I put the monopropellant. Unlock that. You've got some VODs from yesterday to everyone. Oh, okay. I think we're ready. So, good. All right, let's do this. Let's go ahead and decouple the node. Switch to it. Enable RCS. And hopefully I want to do I. Yep. We want to control from here. And that's going to be our target. So I think if you look up STS-31, you'll actually notice that they had the Hubble attached to some sort of a hinging mechanism that they tilted out, and then they assembled the rest of it. So that's what we're going to do here is pivot this. Like so. And I'm pretty sure. Yep. Then we're going to want to do so this may be a little boring and slow, but I definitely want to make sure I do this correctly. So what I want to do is change my camera angle. Alright, don't mind the scraping noise on the shuttle. It's okay, really. Alright. Hey Lemonade, how you doing? Hoppy, how you doing? I won't be staying too long tonight. Just wanted to see what's going on. We're doing the Hubble. That's what we're doing. So I want to make sure that I'm controlling from here right now. And a little wobbly there. Okay, so let's do an F5. So that's the main section of the Hubble Telescope. We'll get one antenna deployed here. GC Hubble, yeah. So now we have to get our engineer out. Where's he at? Engineer, there she is. And she is going to get inside the little MMU here. I guess since it's a Kerbal, it's called a KMU. So we want to get... I got too many things I'm clicking on here. There. Let's get aboard that. Do an F5 here again. How does it function in KSP? How does what function in KSP? This is all role-playing. There isn't no actual camera in here. I guess I could have taken the asteroid day camera and maybe put it, but because what I'm looking for is the best possible representation using stock parts. That is my goal, because it's challenging when you're limited on parts, and when you don't know anything about rockets. So, all right, let's go ahead and get our little dude out, or dudette, sorry. And then what we have to do is we're going to say control from here and figure out our... How you doing, Martin? Great that you guys are here. I really do appreciate it. Oops, wrong way. Let's go with caps locks, do a little fine control here. Well, you know what I'm not doing? Is saying that that's my target. So now, you don't have to be so precise here, because as light as this is, the magnets do most of the work. Alright, so she didn't get attached very evenly, did she? Yo, KSP, thank you for the... Oh man, I'm just... Alright, we're going to do that again. She's not really on their square. So we're going to say undock. Holy shnikey. See, I was talking about this earlier. I have no idea why that does that. I mean, she gets catapulted. Then you got to spend a good chunk of your stream. I mean, look at that. We're 28 meters away. That was not my intent. So I just wanted to get her square. Thanks, Fox. Oh, Dad Elf, thank you for that follow. I forgot I changed my sound effects, and I was wondering what the heck that was. I'm struggling with my orientation. It's backwards. Death Dread, thank you for that host. I appreciate it very much. Sorry if I'm not paying attention in chat. I'm just trying to get this poor little Kerbal back to where they were before. So what I need to do is orientate you this way. Kind of slow your descent down. Okay, that goes that way. So I wanted to do an in. Alright. Alright, so let's do another N. K to... No, J, not K. And that still says my target. Oh, that's why I was all backwards. So the last time she was a little wonky, so it's not so wonky anymore. Just trying to keep her kind of perpendicular to what she's going to be doing here. Oh, okay, no, she's going to be wonky again. No, don't lock. There, now lock. Lock it. Alright, what's going on here? Come on, stop. Oh. I guess... I'll deal with it. Did you know the ISS changed 3 times a year? I found a cool animation that shows, like, the assembly. So, yes? Alright, I'll deal with it. Let's do an F5. So how close can you get to the real ISS with stock parts? I got pretty close to it. It looks like it, you know. The hardest part is doing the solar array. In a stock shuttle, I couldn't take one truss. I had to take it up in 2 parts. And in fact, I didn't even use the shuttle because it was a pain in the butt to assemble, So when it comes to doing the ISS, I won't use a Canadarm. I'm going to make these little tugs that when I get the shuttle out there and I deploy it, the tug will connect and start assembling the parts. Or a KMU. But, you know, it looks like it. Alright. I just doggone it. Oh well. Let's do this. Holy... What is it with this? Alright, so we're going to say control from here. And see if we can figure out our bearings here. There we go. We're getting there, but now we're trailing off into the unknown. So let me get her from stop trailing off here. All right, and then our target would be that little docking port right there. Well, I had this problem before. I don't know why. This can undock from a docking port just fine, but for some reason, I don't know. I don't know. All right. Wrong way. I can't get my target. Okay, what is down? I. Nope. Okay. We're doing okay on monopropellant. There we go. The solar array is beyond tricky. It's really a pain in the keister, especially if you try to assemble it in trusses. Jebs. That's an auto host from Jebs, thanks. But my main focus at KSP is intergalactic starships. I'm thinking of looking into warp stuff. It's hard. I mean, everything is hard in KSP, but still. All right, let's slow down. Let's do this. So, in order for me to put this on straight, you need to be wonky like this. This thing might just get docked wonky. I have a ginormous straw for my iced tea. Do you think the monopropellant might be hydrazine? Could be. I don't know what they... I mean, I'm sure if you go to the KSP wiki and look up monopropellant, I'm pretty sure they'll give you an explanation of what it is. I mean, monopropellant is RCS and RCS is hydrazine, so I would say yes. Well, for the most part, if you do small docking and you use monopropellant, I would say that's hydrazine. Because the other one uses liquid fuel and oxidizer, and it's not very efficient. So it's a different form of RCS, but it uses a different fuel. All right, cool. That actually doesn't look so bad. So let's do an F5 here. Again, I'm not a rocket person, so I'm definitely not an expert on this. I just really enjoy the community and the game. Okay, where's the undock? There we go. So look how she undocks from there. Nice and gentle. It's ease. But versus... Alright, it's a little wonky. Oh well. Judge me for the assembly of my Hubble. Go ahead. Oops, I don't want to do that. Alright, that's what I wanted. It is. I only know one other community that's close, but barely. barely, and that would be the Sims community. Anyone that is a dedicated Sim streamer, their community is very helpful. From the Sim, yes, I've watched a few Sims. All right, so let's get back to her. Control from there. And now we have to go pick up the other solar panel. She seems very ecstatic to go get the other solar panel. I don't know why. Alright. And our target is there. Right, so let's slow us down a little bit. Oops, wrong way. Whoa! Almost hit the tail. That was close. One KSP forum user said they use hydrazine equivalent. I would imagine so. I mean, you don't want to be too far from what's actually used. But, you know, it's all good. Alright, so let's, get lined up here. Everywhere I click inside here, it's a right mouse click, because I'm trying to move the mouse. Alright. So, N, no, H. There we go. Wow. Didn't realize I was that close. And lined up very nicely, too. That is the answer. Alright. Thanks, Death Thread. Alright, so let me try something here. So currently SAS is enabled on the whole craft. So I'm going to disable SAS. And let's see if undocking now it has the same... I don't get it. I don't get it. Alright. Well, on the plus side, at least closer. Turn you around. Get you adjusted. Facing the right direction. Yeah, you have to compliment the Kerbal. She's doing this all backwards and on purpose. All right, Hoppy, have a good one. Thanks a lot for chiming in, Hoppy. Really appreciate it. All right, so we need to go down. Down. And... Alright. Just like that. I'm going to push this down. Stop that momentum. Normally I dock a craft at like 5 meters per second because this thing is so small. Oop. What am I doing? I'm not even watching where I'm going. Am I controlling from the right place? Yeah, yeah. Just terrible at this, that's all. Alright. Wrong way. So again, I'm just trying to get my little gold dot to line up with the purple dot. Like so. And then trying to get that to line up as well. Looks like we are on track. Good. Looks good. Whoop. That's not good. Uh-oh, I missed. Nope. Still on track. Alright. That was messy. That was ugly. That was messy. I relied on the magnets. Alright, let's go ahead and get So look at that. Look how nicely that undocked. It was like a little tiny kiss. I don't know, I'm getting all dramatic. I don't know. Alright, so let's get this back to where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be over there. I don't know. So yesterday I played a game. I didn't stream it or anything like that. I played StarCraft 2. I played a scenario. I didn't play the game. Oops. I played a player-created scenario that was basically kind of a horde after horde, and it was a lot of fun. Alright, so I'm trying to get my bearings here. Alright. Wrong way. Yeah, I love StarCraft. I have always enjoyed StarCraft. And I only own the Terran storyline. And and to be honest with you, I get lost in the interface now. Oops. Oh, wrong way. There we go. I'm off course. Of course I am. Oop. Okay, doing a little bouncing off of the cargo bay here. It's okay. It's okay. It's sturdy. Sturdy mechanics. And it's okay. We're doing fine. We're okay. It's gonna be fine. It's whoa. Whoa. Wow, I was a little woozy from that. You guys okay? I got woozy. Alright, let's go ahead and get her out. Leave seat. Alright. Oh. Let's get her back aboard the shuttle. Alright. Alright, so now let's deploy our other satellite, our other arrays. I mostly played arcade game. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This scenario was, you had a structure, it had 3 points to defend, and you had to collect biomass. You could also do minerals, but biomass gave you the ability to unlock other units. And, you know, it would slowly start getting worse and worse and worse and stuff like that. So, it was cool. And it's designed to have 3 players. One is the AI, and the other is you and a friend. And we, the first time we played it years ago, it took us like 4 or 5 times. And all right, Death Dread, have a good one. Appreciate you popping in. I'm really bad one-on-one. I only play with my friends against the AI. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and get this deployed. Okay. And I guess we can undock this. And since we still have monopropellant on this, we can use it to pull away. We'll activate our engine. Oh, we need to unlock our fuel tanks too. So I have this one and this one. And I want to say control. Oh, I did it again. You know what? Hang on. Wait. Switch back to the shuttle. Let's go get our engineer. I forgot that the docking port was there just as a necessity to be able to well, work on it. But I want to disassemble the docking port because I have a little reaction wheel that's supposed to make it look like a camera, in a way, a camera lens. Oh, and I can't well, let me disassemble it because of root. Oh well, I tried. You guys witness it. I tried. So, fine, whatever. All right, let's go to board. Board. All right. So we still want to say control from here. Cool. Let's go back to the shuttle. No, we can do that. All right. So now the thing is, we have to close that, open that. So our apoapsy needs to stay below 610, but our periapsy needs to go out to above 590. So if we go to, there we go. That was confusing. So what do I want to do? So I want to push the PE out. So that means I want to go to the AP. No, that's going to push the AP out. What am I doing? How do I? Oh, I know. So if we go here. Alright, why do I find this perplexing here? If I go over here, that becomes our PE. And that needs to stay below. Alright, the only way I know how to do this is this. We're going to push this out to 600. Yeah. Push this out to 600. And that's going to cost us 200 delta V. I'm going to turn off the RCS. That sun's really bright. Oh. Bye, shuttle. We'll be back. So I need to call this, I need to find the probe core, rename this. Where did I put the probe core at? Anyone recall? Oh, there it is. Alright, cool. Then we can just come over to the AP and push the PE above 590. I don't know why this is so hard for me to figure out. Alright, cool. That's going to cost another 178. Plenty of fuel. Mongoose, how the heck are you? I'm doing okay, thank you for asking, Mongoose. How about yourself? Yes, I have a classy way of drinking iced tea today with a straw. Because I'm a klutz. I spill a lot. Do not invite me over. I will make a mess. And I'll try not to. I will try my hardest. All right, so we have a 35-second burn here, and hopefully this should meet all the requirements for the Hubble. Good. Listening mobile at work. Nice. Very nice. Cool. So we need above 590. Come on, PE. I think I put it at 591. 87, 90. Yahoo! That's cool. All right. All right, so that is our Hubble Telescope, guys. Let me go ahead and turn this off. It has no fuel cell. It has a 4K battery in here somewhere. It has solar panels, so like I said, maybe next time I can use the Asteroid Day camera, so it looks like there's a camera up front. I don't know. All right, let's go. There it is. Let's go back to our shuttle, and it's time to land. Let's see if Andy can land a shuttle. All right, let's go ahead and get the cargo bay closed up. Try that again. There we go. I don't need that. Go away. We have 470 delta V, so I don't have to mess with this later. I'm going to enable my little reserve tanks here. We're going to switch our control point. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a series of deorbits and bring us down to about 95 kilometers, I think. So we're going to bring this down to about there-ish. And that's going to cost 75 of our 751. I'm making a mess. Hang on, I gotta put a doily underneath my my beverage. Pardon me. There we go. Doily has been implemented. 420 Ninja, how the heck are you? Welcome. I'm enabling RCS to help keep it on node here. All right, good burn. Let's go ahead and circularize. We want to click on PE and then circularize. And let's do an F5 here. Matt, how you do? I designed an SSTO yesterday, but it experienced some rapid unplanned disassembly, aka lithobraking, on landing. No, the gentleman that designed this, he knows his shuttles. He loves shuttles. He knows KSP too. So, A, I don't know KSP. Not really. And shuttles? Nope. Not really. So, we'll find out if I can land. I mean, there's 4 flags outside the admin building, and those are the total number of Kerbals I've lost. I'm not proud. I'm not saying the number's low because, hey, I'm so good at not killing Kerbals. I'm just saying they were the result of one shuttle accident. So we honored them. So this should get us a fairly low orbit. I do better at low orbits when I land. If I come from like 225 or 125, I don't do so good. Don't ask me why. Don't ask. Don't ask. All right, wait. Stop. Okay, will you crying out loud? There we go. All right, so now is what we're going to do is we're going to use trajectories here. And we're going to target KSC. There it is. And we're going to, usually I do my burn over here at this little bullseye thing. And I use it to help me guide me in. It does a pretty good job. I'm going to get this lined up. And I go a little bit below because I want to do a left hook. All right, so can I right mouse click? Okay. So then we're going to do this burn. Are you sure your COM didn't show? Are you talking to me, 420? Someone else probably. 192 on that. Let's do an F5. Enable RCS. And let's execute that burn. Oh, wait. Hang on. Wait, abort. Let's make sure we're controlling from here. Oops. Alright, we are. Cool. What mod provides the red cross mark? Martin, that's called trajectories. If I understand the mod correctly, and I only use it for Kerbin, it will only give you your estimated landing if you do it on a planet that has an atmosphere. So if you try to use it on the Mun or Minmus, not going to work so well. It'll work on Duna, Eve, Kerbin, any planet that has an atmosphere. So again, we're doing a burn based upon the trajectories mod that puts me a little bit ahead because I purposely want to overshoot it so I have some additional speed. Yeah, there you go, trajectories. Thanks, Fox. Nice. And this is the only time I've ever used it. Whoa, where the heck's my shuttle? Shuttle. A little scared. And okay, that should be good enough. Let's get this going prograde. Get that off. Turn off. It's not perfect, but it gives you, yeah, it does. It does a pretty good job. And if you notice, I have a dot on my nav ball. So it shows you where your target is. And if you just kind of keep locked onto that, you're going to get pretty darn close. And it's up to you, since it's a shuttle, you know, to land it. All right, so we're 94,000 up. I'm going to go ahead and put that on pitch. And I want this on pitch and roll, but only at about 33-ish. Okay. And let's do an F5. MechJeb has landing guidance. Well, yeah, it does. It does. None of those things will really do a shuttle. Now, if you use MechJeb's landing guidance with a normal kind of rocket, like an Apollo sort of landing, yeah, it works really good. It does suicide burn, so it's kind of scary. All right, let's go ahead and get this into the atmosphere here. And let's make sure our radiators are on. We should be good to go. Oh yeah, we got some stuff out there. When I started playing KSP, this is a true story. I will tell it time and time again. Was this your Hubble? Yeah, we just finished deploying the Hubble, and we got it. We met all the conditions. We did. I don't know why that's not checked off. Now we're just landing the shuttle. When I first got KSP, I did the tutorials, and I got it when it was 1.04. So the tutorials weren't awesome. I mean, they're better now. And what I mean by that, it would say, you know, set your PE and your APO to this. Now, I say that nonchalantly, like I know what that means now. Before, I didn't know what it meant. And I didn't know I could go retrograde and prograde to change a number. So it was a real pain in the keister. And even though they would match, I still wouldn't get the next button. So I was going, God, this game sucks. I hate this game. And then once I got through the basics of the tutorials and then I started streaming it, and people were giving me great advice. But it was very overwhelming, right? It's saying, when you launch, make sure you're at full speed, 90-degree angle. You want to lean, this way at this angle. You want to decelerate at this time. Make sure your AP is this. A lot of freaking information all at once. Very overwhelming. And even offline, I still couldn't get a rocket that should get to orbit into orbit. Can you show us the Hubble? Sure, yeah. Or you can just... Ninja, you can go back on the stream a little bit when I deployed it. It looks okay. So anyways, I was about to give up. I was at work. I went to Google and I typed in Kerbal Space Program auto orbit. And the first thing comes up with this thing called MechJeb. I'm going, MechJeb? What the heck is that? I had Kerbal Engineer installed. But again, when you're looking at all this information up here, it's very confusing if you don't know what it is. And I said, a mod, how do I install mods? I read the instructions. I said, okay, I know how to do all that. So I did it. And then still trying to interpret the mod, because even in the mod, when you have oops, I didn't need to do that. When you have the ascent, that's a lot of weird information to plug in there. And then finally, I went to the website and I saw some people asking the same basic questions, and I plugged in the information the best I could. And then I put my rocket out on the launch pad. And I said autopilot enabled, and it just sat there. And I went, okay, maybe I have to stage it. Once I staged it, and it took that rocket, and it put it into orbit, and it circularized, I was just going, I love this game. And yes, I still use MechJeb to launch some of my basic rockets, because I just don't want to mess with it, because I'd rather pay attention to you guys. I can put a rocket into orbit. I can land, but sometimes I use it to do some mundane tests because maybe I'm focusing on other stuff, even though I should be focusing on the rocket. I get it. All right, so anyways, MechJeb, me, Kerbal, we're still here. And we are now passing over Kerbal, India, I believe. Yes, we are. And it looks like we are descending, but if you notice, our apoapsy, or our AP, is catching up to us. So it's the moment, may I mama dog face the banana patch, may I mama dog, I don't know what the hell's wrong with myself. But when we pass the AP, you're going to notice that we're going to start ascending. Our orbit's going to go up again. See? We're climbing. So I think that's called atmospheric skip. I don't know. All I know is I'm flying. I'm flying a shuttle. That's funny because you can just open ascent guidance and click start and hit space. Yeah, but the default stuff, it had, I think by default it has, this is checked, prevent overheat, it has the limit AOA, I think corrective steering is enabled. I just didn't know what that meant. And then also the ascent guidance was a little steep, to be honest with you. So this stuff I didn't change, but I changed this and this. And this actually works a little bit before. I think the default one is, this is set to 40 and this is at 60 or something like that. But I found this for a normal rocket that everything works pretty darn good. Alright, so we're coming in a little fast. A little. I think we're going to be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, it still works, yeah. But you know, when you, but set yourself back though. If you don't know anything about what that means, it's overwhelming. That's my point. You know, KSP to a novice, overwhelming. MechJeb, ascent guidance to a novice, overwhelming. Overwhelming plus overwhelming means I'm going to pop myself a few Pepsid ACs because I'm getting some anxiety. But I didn't change anything for the longest time, and then people would say, hey, you know, you really don't need this. I'm going, oh, it works, I'm not changing anything. And then once you understand what it is, then you go, okay, I guess I don't need that. Alright, so one of my milestones is that when I'm over here, I should be about 1,500 meters per second. We're doing fine. Thomas Hulks, what's up? That's one of my guides. I think we're going to be fine. Again, we're going to do good. Again, happy Friday to everyone. Appreciate everyone coming out here. I really do. It means a lot to me. We're attempting to land the STS-31. We just finished deploying our Space Hubble Telescope. It's not really an operational telescope. Is what I try to do is I have two careers. I have a historical career. It's progressive. I use a contract mod. I like our angle here. It's pretty good. And I have my career. So in between the historical stuff, I do my career. And thank you, Fox. I'm not Irish though. That was only. Never mind. I mean, you know, I'm actually in the mood.
Oh, loneliness and cheeseburgers are a dangerous mix.
It is. All right, so let's just kind of change our approach here just a smidge. I don't want to go out too wide. Oh, wrong way. Wrong way, Andy. Andy, pay attention. Pay attention. What you doing? Christ, I'm drunk. Little baby taps on the RCS here. So the runway's over here where the purple thing is, but I want to come out and fly and land the other way because A, we actually have too much velocity here. All right. My thought. Okay, your thought. Whoa, what's going on here? If I built a rocket that MechJeb can put in orbit, it's probably a pretty good. It's exactly. If MechJeb can put it up in orbit without SAS. I should be able to put it up in orbit with SAS. Everyone has a little Irish in it. Very true. We all have a little Irish in us. I get it. Or should I say Irish? Irish. Alright, so now here's my marker. This one right here. Once I pass it, I'm looking for anywhere between 13.7 to 14 kilometers. We're still up quite a bit. We're slowing down. I used to use if the tail section is at 700 meters per second, I'm good. But now I just use this as a marker. Let's kind of level out here a little bit. You're slowing down. No, I'm not going to stall. How you doing, Orbital? I'm not going to stall. I think stall is about 75 to 95. I'm doing fine. I appreciate it. Again, we're going to pass this, and I'm going to look for about 14. Or, I'm sorry, 16 out. I'm still 12,000 up. This is not picture perfect, all right? So 15.8. All right, so let's start our turn here. Start turning. Whoa, too much. When I nose down, I'm going to pick up a lot of speed here. All right, 16.8. I'm rapidly descending, but notice my speed. I'm kind of staying right around 150. This actually looks pretty good-ish. But thank you for the commentary, Orbital. You're doing it wrong. You're gonna die. Thank you. Picking up speed. Whoa. I don't know why it did a... Whoa. Alright, let's go ahead and slow this down. There we go. Should only have roll enabled on the outermost. I should... Oh, I do. Oh, really? I've always done pitch and roll. Oh, that's better. Uh-oh. Need to force my nose down a little bit. Slowing down nicely. Still a little steep. A little bit too steep. Now we are going to get a hiccup here when we get within rendering range there, but slowing down very nicely. You screwed something up. I'm sorry. I meant to stay... Oh, yeah, hang on. Let me concentrate on this. Cool. We landed. I didn't hop that much. It wasn't perfect. I'm getting a little better. I meant to say turn roll off big flaps. Roll is off. Thanks, Orbital. Nice quick little U-turn there. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. I'm still keeping this out here. This is a concept shuttle for Duna. This is an unmanned 4-drill mineral that completely powers. It pushes mineral out to the planet, and it works great. I put the same shuttle, the same drill, unmanned drill, up on the Mun. I barely have enough power to run one drill, so... You can't type? No, I knew what you meant. Good Uber. We'll fly again. Yes. I didn't even have to use GPS, although I was using those as my target. Pardon me as I got a beverage to drink. Well, it's good to know the alerts still work. Something is off here. Hang on a sec. Let me go ahead and stop this. What did I move accidentally? I clicked on something on my OBS. All right, cool. So, it doesn't show we landed safely. Let me recover this and see what it does. But we did. We deployed the space Hubble, the Hubble Telescope, space Hubble. We deployed the Hubble, got it to the correct orbit. We got the check mark from that. We switched back to the shuttle, landed it safely. It was optional, by the way. And we didn't get the check mark. So someone wanted to see the Hubble. Let's go take a look at it. It doesn't really look amazing, but it gives the representation. If you recover it on the runway, you get more funds. Oh, really? Alright. Weird new rules. Alright, there's our Hubble. Maybe I have to recover on the runway. Maybe you're right. Maybe I have to do that and maybe it'll clear the mission. I guess the SPH isn't considered... That makes sense. Alright. Good to know. We'll try that next time we do so there's my Hubble. Uh-oh, 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 what's going on? Wait. Turn off SCS. We're gonna lose our Hubble. I don't know what the heck's going on here. Let me go away to here. This is what happened with my ISS. That's what happened with my ISS too. I've only got... The solar propeller. Yeah, but 420, if I have to do a time warp to kill that every single time, that's going to cause a problem. I have to figure out what the problem is. I have 2 reaction wheels. Maybe one of them's causing oscillation. Let me try to get back to it real quick and see if I can't stop it. That is why I decided to restart the career, because the ISS would do that too. And I was told reaction wheels are the problem. Now I do have 2 reaction wheels on this thing. Let me try to get this one up front. Okay, all right. Nope. Man, it seems like it's just right here. I can't even click on anything. Auto strut to... Oh, interesting. Did you guys see what I did? I enabled auto strut. But what did I auto strut? Yeah, I know. They had to go repair it. So what did I auto strut? I auto strutted something. I auto strutted a solar panel. Let me do an F5 here. So this, no, not that one. That one got auto-strutted. It doesn't want to be a telescope, it wants to be a dancer. Interesting. Now I wonder if I would have auto-strutted all these if that would have been the solution. All right, so there's a fix in the patch coming. Well, that'll be cool. You mean 1.3 or? Now, see, it still has a weird oscillation. Maybe it's just... So the question I was going to say is, so there's some oscillation. So if I disable this reaction wheel, if I can... Okay, let me change the camera. And then if I scroll into... Where is it? This little reaction wheel, right? If I can get to it. That's a heat shield. There we go. So if I toggle this torque off. Alright, so now... No, it still has a little oscillation. Oh, that was a joke? Oh, gotcha. Alright. I forgot how anti-squad you are, Orbital. All right, so let's move away from it and come back and see if it oscillates itself off. So last time I went out to here. Oscillation should be finding SAS. It could be, yeah. So let's just go back to it. So interesting. I don't know what the real fix is, but all right. Anyways, that's done. Let's go ahead and just force the completion of the contract because we did it all. And I think maybe on all shuttles, land on the runway and recover from the runway to see if that actually does it. So we'll complete that. Yay. Cool. So let's do an F5. And actually, if we review, let's go to the tracking station. So the last thing we did in the career is we have the material kits being made via ground construction, via the ISRU, the stock ISRU. Hey, Veracity, or Viscosity, how you doing? Not Veracity. Viscosity, welcome back, welcome back. So we have this, which is our deployment of a workshop, but it's not, we don't have any Kerbals at it yet. And the weird thing we ran into, it was extremely unbalanced, but I think it's because on the containers, I enabled planetary warehouse. So I think I need to disable the warehouse so it doesn't suck any of the resources away. See, this should have been 2, 4, 6, and then there's one in here. It took every single one of the resources and it put them in half because I turned planetary warehouse on. But this is going to be our workshop. We're going to set up, we need to set up some drills that are unmanned that are going to start pushing. They're pretty good. EJSA challenged me to build an SSTO to the Mun and back. Nice. Very nice. Very cool. Good challenge. I don't know how to make SSTO, so I would say no thank you. For me, anyways. There's the Mun. There's Kerbin. Sure is dark over here. There we go. So what is my thought process? If we do this and we have a crew here with a workshop, we do have material kits, right? So we do have a source of material kits. Attempt to log 105 and counting. Okay, good. Learning on-the-job training. So the one thing we're going to come up short is machinery, because we're not making it. And to make machinery, you need material kits and specialized parts. So I think is what we're trying to scope out here is this spot is a source of 2 materials that we're going to put a drill at. But what 2 were they? Does anyone recall? Does anyone care? I care. All right, let's see here. Celestial body, Minmus. Resources, I think it was one of the 3 basics. So resources, metallic ore. Ode, how you doing? Talking about STTOs and planes. What do you got? What do you got, Jack? Let's check it out. Oh, look at that! A little VTOL plane. Taking off pretty nicely. Very cool. Look at that. You've got mods on your Kerbals. You got fancy hairdos. Very cool. What was I looking for? No, not that. Let's try this again. Resource. All right. So, what do we have over here? I have minerals, so it's definitely not minerals. I was looking for metallic ore, maybe. So if we switch this over to metallic ore, I think we found 2 resources over here. So we have metallic ore and substrate, maybe? Maybe it was gypsum. But we need to plop a drill here. Substrate, so it wasn't substrate. Which is a bummer. Maybe it was gypsum. Metallic ore and gypsum. Alright, so let's go configure a drill. We should be able to take... If we're just pushing the resources that we're going to... No. So this is what we want to do. To do a pull... Now, sorry for the wobble. If we do a pull, we need logistics. If we want to drill and process... we want to do it all in one fell swoop and then push. Oh, that's going to be hard. Because if you dig up and store and don't push, it's going to store locally. Then you have to locally process it and then push it. So the MPU, so that's right. We're going to do this at a Duna, at a Ranger level, not a Tundra, but a Ranger. So there should be a Ranger level, not assembly plant. What's it called? Refinery. That's it. All right. So let's go check this out. Let's go to the Space Center. Oh. And I just burped. Sorry, that was so rude. I don't know why I looked at my phone. My phone's right there. I don't know why I looked at it. So we need to come up with a configuration that can land that's going to be Ranger. So let's go to the SPH. It's going to have drills because we want to drill up sometimes 2 different resources, maybe 3. We have to have power, self-sustaining power. I made the challenge harder too. Nothing but the payload will use mods and it will carry a small base to the mod. Very cool. That sounds like a lot of fun. All right, so let's go for the base here. The base. So, agricultural mod. No. Colonization mod. What does that do? Life support. No. Alright. Duna, that's habitation, logistics, medical, pioneer. Alright, I'm confused. How do, okay. Pre-fried Kerbals. A bigger shuttle, more tanks. The bad thing is the re-entry. Well, yeah. Now, the one thing you can do with an SSTO, if you're going to take it somewhere and land, maybe take along a way that you can dig up some ore, refine it, and refill your tanks. I don't know. All right, so this ain't going to work out the way I thought it was. So the only refineries we have, can I type in refinery? Will it find it refine? No. Fine. So I think Tundra assembly plant, and there's the refinery. Big ol' honkin' thing. Oh, wait, no. Yes, here it is. It's these little guys. The Crush-O-Matic or something like that. So go away. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. So I think is what we're going to have to do here. I think, what's the easiest way to do this? So we got to dig something up, so we need drills. We have to refine it, but we need to store it. Yeah, give that a try, Vyasa. I think that would be a good. And then maybe you don't have to keep it, but I don't know what is the thing with an SSTO. It's a single stage to orbit, right? So that means you don't detach anything. So you have to keep your refining part of it with you. Maybe? I don't know. Can you if you're gonna drop off a base, maybe your base becomes your refinery. You dock your SSTO to it, let it do its thing, refuel you, and you take off, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, refuel station. All right. Okay, I think I know I'm gonna how to do this. I think I know how I'm gonna do this. And we might be able to make it even smaller. So I think. So let's just let's think outside the box here. Let's grab a medium-sized container. Oh wait. Dun-dun. Let's do a smaller container times 2. Alright, then let's reassign route. Get rid of this. Because if we're going to do metallic ore... where's metallic ore? Oh, there it is. Found it. Okay, there's metallic... Was it already metallic ore? It was already metallic ore. And what was the other one? Was it gypsum? Does anyone listen to me? What was I doing? I was doing metallic ore and gypsum? Does anyone listen to me? The base is the refinery. I am just not sure what I want to let myself to do. It's supposed to be an SSTO to the MUN and back, so refueling seems out of bounds. Alright. You listen, you just have no idea. Alright, so, alright, I have to write this down. So let's leave here. Let's go back and look at Minmus from ScanSat again, and I'll have to write some notes because evidently I said it. I was happy with my result. I just don't remember what my result was. So let me bring up Notepad here. All right, let's go back to Minmus. Thanks, Lemonade. I listen. I listen. Processing food takes priority. Sure, sure. All right. You can have your priorities. Fine. All right. So here's Minmus. Minmus. How did I do this? That's where we're going to go. Do I have ScanSat? Oh, I do have ScanSat. Celestial body Minmus. Thank you. And we were looking at this. Gypsum 6.33. So that was one. And the other one was metallic ore, right? Metallic ore. I got an itch. Got an itch. I got an itch. Okay. And now I hurt myself. Metallic ore and gypsum. All right. Metallic ore and gypsum. All right. There we go. Let's go back to the Space Center. Nukes will maximize your delta V for an SSTO. Really? For power? Alright. So, my first thought is I need to contain the raw material that we're going to use the little tiny crush-o-matics to convert. I mean, if we go small, I don't think it's going to be... I don't think it's going to be satisfactory. Oh, yeah, remembered it. So, metallic ore. This can hold 2,000. So it can store 2,000 before it pushes. So, and is this the smallest? So that's it, 1.25. So what is smaller? That's also 1.25. So this holds 2,000. That holds 600. Well, so in my mind, the raw, to convert raw or unprocessed will take longer. So if we store more of the unprocessed, I think that's better. Because if you don't store enough, but you can process faster, you're going to be starving. I don't know. We're going to have to test it out. So I think we're going to go with these 125 containers that can hold 2,000. And then the end result. So we're going to need, I'm just going to slap this together and then we're going to figure out. Gaming Circle used Scratch to hurt himself in in its conjunction. Did I hurt myself scratching? Oh yeah, I hurt my shoulder. Yeah, when I was scratching. Right, I got you. It happens. Ooh, what's this? A supply container? Well, that's cool. What does it hold? Ooh, alright. Didn't even know that existed. Alright, so now we need to do drills. So how are we gonna do this? Alright, which one's root? Is that one root? That one's root. I think the problem is that if we go with drills, oh, ooh, that thing's ginormous. Oh, these are the smaller containers. That makes sense. So we have to use the smaller. This one. Oh, that's right. We have to deploy it. Then we can. All right. So we go mirror configuration. Mirror. Yeah, see, that's going to attach to the other side of this container. Yeah, that won't work. So if we stack these... Oops. Oh, for crying out loud, what am I doing? There we go. And we go mirror. Why won't that go mirror? Is there not a... Oh, there's not a... Oh, no, there is a node on that side. Well, that's weird. It just won't do it on a node. Really? Weird. So if we want to keep our drills in the same spot... But see, we can alter this to be whatever they can become different. But see, the problem I'm thinking is even if we put landing gear on this, I think. Well, no, we're gonna have to test out. Let's go test this out. Let's put this on here. Oh, everything's backwards now. Hang on. There. Yeah, that's right. I think because these are the automated drills, right? These are the A's. This has the A. So logistics wise, I'm going to need an MPU. So if we go to where are they? So this is the smallest MPU. Wow, there's huge. All right, so for right now, I'm not worried about it. Drills. So we're gonna set this one to this is metallic ore. So this needs to be metallic ore. Oh, it's only got one. So it's a dedicated drill for one. Okay, that's fine. Metallic ore. Oops, go back. That's metallic ore, and then this one needs to be gypsum. Subtract. All right. Now our center of mass is over there. So if we take these drills, okay. Now again, trying to just hypothetically, if I took, oh wow, that will work. Oops, not that. Stupid editor. That'll work. Sure is a small mining operation, but again, we're not done with the mass of it. Because we still have to put the outgoing process container, we still have to process it. And we're going to process it with what? So this stores the raw. This processes the raw. And then it has to go into a finished container. What mod adds those retro thrusters? Oh, this sky crane? That's MKS. Gamer Circle used scratch, it hurt himself. Oh, sorry, I'm behind on chat. So again, we dig up our metallic ore, it goes here. We dig up our gypsum, it goes here. Then we use the, hello, can you please stay click? Can you stay click? Thank you. So this takes, then makes machinery. That makes fertilizer. Okay, so we don't want that one. Go away. Regolith. This makes... Wait a minute. So that makes recyclables. Alright, so it's not that one. It's got to be this one then. Polymers, chemicals. Okay, I forgot what we're looking for here. If we have metallic ore, we're going to make metals. Polymers, chemicals, metals. Alright, so this one will do metals. But we still need machinery. Oh man. We're gonna have to have machinery dropped in. So this'll do one. So we take this, and I'm just kind of spitballing. I don't know exactly where I'm gonna put this stuff yet. We put that there. And then obviously we're going to have to put another one here for something else. Then our outgoing metals, I'm thinking something like this. Oh, wait. Boy, that is one funky looking mining operation, isn't it? And then for landing, alright, Fogs. Get some food. Alright, so the drills. The thing about it is I would like to have a little bit more clearance. I hate these things. I don't know why. Why do these things hate me so much? So stay there. No, can I have two of them, please? Thank you. But go on as at an angle is fine. And then we do that. I like that. That's gorgeous. Okay, so go on as an angle. And then we Let's see, you didn't go on the right angle, did you? You did not. And if we try to adjust you, you get all hinky on me. Rover dude, why do you do this, dude? Oh, you're not on it. So we have to do a 2-click, right? 2-click, alright. And 2-click back. Alright. So, basically is what we're missing here is a couple of things. We're missing a command, so we don't have any control point. So is what we would do is put a small probe core. So that gives us control, so it doesn't go anywhere. We don't have any power generation. Crap. And we still don't have the, Alright, so... how the heck am I going to fit all this? Because the sky crane... once we get fuel on this... the, so hypothetically... I'm a novice in the SPH, so hypothetically what I would do here is so this would be my little drill processing, and the logistics of pushing stuff would be in something else. We don't have any power, but basically I would land this thing on Minmus. We'll set this for Minmus with something like this sky crane. So how much does this thing weigh? This thing doesn't even weigh 2 tons. The landing gear are huge, and I don't want to use stock because it'll blow up. Stock scares me. But there's also, anyways, what am I looking for? Fuel tanks. So again, that's a ton of delta V. Ton of thrust to weight ratio too. So we'd put this on a rocket, we'd drop it on Minmus, it would land, deploy the drills, drill up what it needs, it would fill up their containers or start filling the containers. Then these would process, so this would make chemicals. And then this one would have to make gypsum goes to fertilizer. So, oh, we got the wrong one. This does fertilizer, right? No, this does machinery. Fertilizer. What am I doing wrong? Why can't I get this to flip the right way I want it? There we go. Nope, it's still wrong. Alright, the wording is upside down. Still upside down. The heck am I doing wrong? Okay, crush-o-matic, that's fine. Alright, I got it. Jesus. Oh, that one's upside down. Alright. So this one would do fertilizer from gypsum. So again, 2 different resources. We dig them up. We store their unprocessed. We refine them. This one would hold metallic ore. No. So this holds the metallic ore down here. Metallic ore becomes metals. So this needs to be metals. Okay. This goes to fertilizer. I don't think this is going to hold fertilizer. I'd have to use, I don't think it does. Let's find out. permanite, metals, polymers, ore, machinery, fertilizer. All right, cool. So I don't have enough power for all this, but is what I want to test out is I want to see if these drills are going to push this thing around. So let's retract. I mean, I've got just the preliminary of what I need to do here. Okay, that was cruel. Can't get to the drill. There we go. All right, so let's call this Minmus, gypsum, metallic, concept. Yeah, I'm just gonna slap a battery on it because I don't want the thing to die. We have no power generation, so we're gonna figure that out. Save, launch on the runway. It's got a probe core, it's got a battery, so it's got no antenna, but it should be okay on KSC. So the thing I'm going to test is with the landing gear deployed, the stabilizers, will the drills at their current push it up? That's the first thing. Then once I have that fall, then I can figure out power generation, which will probably be a reactor, and then logistics, which is going to be a pain in the keister. What's up, Super X? I am... Okay, that's not what I was looking for. No, do that. Okay. Not cool. Alright, so I'm going to use a... Okay, still not cool. Not cool at all. Very uncool, by the way. So we're going to do this. For some reason, it deployed... We're going to use Vessel Mover to fix it. Maybe. Move Vessel. Alright, so we need to twist this bad boy around. I mean, I just wanted to... So, oh, you're on the 5 o'clock train home. And you're checking out the stream. Nice. Alright, let's just place this. Place it gently. Don't break it. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to space these stabilizers out. Take it all the way out to the end of the tanks. Which again will be a pain in the butt. But the big test here was these drills. They did not push it. Okay. So we're on our way here. Revert. What I'm trying to do is come up with an unmanned drilling distribution solution to metallic ore and gypsum, because those are two materials, two resources that are in the same location. Now maybe I don't need these big old honking things. Maybe there's a different way to do this. Landing gear. I really don't want to use stock stuff. And I have 5 gigabytes of Twitch for free. Nice! Nice. See, I don't want to use these. I have a really bad feeling that these would just cause so much problems. So, what was the other thing I saw? This thing. Now, are these going to have the same nightmare as the other one when I try to offset them? Keeps them low to the ground. I like that. So, okay, let's see what happens. Offsetting. Oh, okay. It's kind of cool. That's really cool. Oh, that's so cool. All right, and all right. So it's basically what we have to do is. All right, let's Start over from the beginning. Because I didn't know what I was doing. Still don't. So what we want to do is that goes up there. And oh. So those are even with the edge of the tank. Well, they look like they're in the right spot. And then if we extend them, okay, maybe that's going to cause a problem. So let's offset those up two notches. Offset up 2 notches. All right, and then if we retract, I don't think that clipping is going to be a problem. So let's go ahead and we'll extend those. Let's put these back. Oops. Oh. No, go away. Stop. There we go. All right, let's test this out. Yum. So what I'm trying to do is come up with an unmanned solution that can dig, store, process, and then push. Sounds like I'm a doctor trying to do my first baby. Push. All right. So the question is this thing going to rock back and forth? This won't be part of it. This will detach, and I don't think the bulk of that's going to be a problem. Okay. Again, this won't be part of it. This will detach after it drops it down. Okay. Okay. So we got to come up with power. If we use a reactor, we're going to need coolant. Do these things need to be cooled? All right, so it looks weird. I get it. But we're getting there. We're getting something. I don't know what we're getting, but we're getting something. All right, let's take this off right now. So if we attach anything, if we go on top, it's going to become wobbly. So if we go, I wonder if we keep it lower, does it keep it more stable? So what I'm saying by that is if we take, first of all, what do we need for power? Let's figure that out. Let's add this up. So each one of these drills, the MEU needs, okay, it's got to be cooled. It needs 50. Let me write this down. Small drill, 50 kilowatts, and that's per separator, but there's only one separator, right? Yeah. All right, so it needs 50 to keep it cool. So it's 100. Small drill times 2 equals 100 cooling. So power-wise, oops, where'd it go? Cooling, okay, power, where's the power at? Electrical is 10. So EC is 10 a second. All right, and there's 2, so that's 20 a second. Did I read that right? What's wrong with? Do 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 do. Electrical charge 10 a second. All right. That's 20-second electrical charge. Okay, that takes care of those. And the smeltomatic and the crushomatic. Let's see. Do they need any cooling? I don't think they do. No cooling. But electrical charge is crushomatic, smeltomatic. 4 point. So they need. We're gonna say 5 a second. So on the crush-o-matics times 2 EC equals, what did I say again? We're gonna say 5. So I need 10 electrical a second. We're up to 30 electrical a second. So what can we get? Oh, then we're gonna need this. And this needs 240. So we're just gonna round up and say 3. Alright, so MPU equals 3 EC. Second. Okay, does it need cooling? Wow, it does. 200. And 200 kilowatts cooling. So, alright. Well, we don't have power. Now, fortunately, a smaller reactor has been added to the pool. Somewhere. Where's the reactors at? Oh, it's under power. That makes sense. So, this one outputs 30 electrical a second. And that's what we need. We need 30 electrical a second. However, this one outputs 40. So it'll give us a little extra. For cooling, it needs 200. Alright, so reactor EC output equals, what did we say? 40 a second. So again, we need 30. That gives us 40, so it gives us some overhead. Then for cooling, it needs what? It needs another 200. 200 cooling. So for cooling, we need 500 cooling. So for cooling, that says 3,000. But if we use 2 of these, do. Alright, so this looks gross. So how do I integrate all this? So this obviously is huge. Can't even tell if this is facing the right way. Thinking like that. No. That's the top. What's that say? There's some writing. I think it goes this way. All right. Trying to figure out a way to balance this. I mean, that is the smallest MPU. Really? Is that the smallest one? Yeah. And this will actually augment. If I go to here, okay, stop. Yeah, this will do metals. This will help the crush-o-matics. Can we also do fertilizer? Oh, we can. There's got to be a better way of putting this together. If we can build out the base a little bit. So what if we do this? We put that, and attach the drills. Okay. This is the oddball thing. It doesn't have any side nodes. However, if I was to do something like, I don't know, find out. Can I get away with it? Let's see. No, not that. I would like for you to go away. Oh, welcome back, Fogs. Can I? Oh, I can. Look at that. I can do a radial attachment. If I do 2, oh, but why do I want to do that? Oh, wait. I know. Wait, no. Can I? You're hello. Okay, there. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So if we go with 4, could this actually work? I take you. Oh, wait. Gotta do this again. So if we go... This is now root. Oh. If we go that. Oh, that looks so weird. This thing is so top heavy. Okay, how did it attach before? Oh man. That's weird. Huh. So, this is ugly. And we still have to attach all the cooling. Alright, so let's see here. How's the center of mass on this right now? Center of mass is way down there. I just can't find a good solution yet. Oh, this is ugly. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait. Okay, so if we go double wide, double wide. There's our reactor. Okay. Oops. Monkey. Okay. So now our center's in the center. We're a little top heavy on weight. And see, we can still put... where's the crush-o-matic there? Still put the crush-o-matics, then we can put the cooling. Ooh. Like where this is going. Cooling. We're just... This... It looks terrible. So what is this monstrosity missing? All right, we have the drills, we have the containers, we have the inputs, we have the outputs, we have the refinement, we have the cooling, we have the distribution, we have the power. Sure, yeah, let me, see if I can do that for you here. There you go. What you got? What did you make? That's got a lot of engines. That's very cool. Very cool. God, that was rude, sir. I swallowed wrong. Are those rapiers? Maybe you can offset them so they come more to the center. Let them clip in. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they're all sticking out like that. Maybe you can close them in on one another. Looks really cool. Just, again, I don't know what I'm talking about. So, this is ugly. Oops, sorry about that. I bumped my desk. In fact, I think this is a little bit too bulky. So what I want to do is, first of all, this is still lined up for metals. And this is... No, stop. Metallic ore becomes metal, is that right? Right, okay, so this side is set up correctly. So we go 1, 2, then on the drill, come on, drill, 1, 1. And that shifted off a little bit, didn't it? No, that's fine. So we'll do the same thing here, first of all. This should be doing... No, this should be doing gypsum. Okay. Did I get that right? Gypsum, alright. And then gypsum becomes fertilizer. Alright, good. So we can track that, and then we do the same thing. We go 1, 2. And the drill is just 1. It's a little bit more compact. It's a compact cluster chuck is what it is. So again, our cooling, we should have it covered. This should be set up to do chemicals? No, 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 no. Metals. There we go. And then this one should be doing fertilizer. All right. So, so it's got its own power. It's got cooling. It's got the distribution for the end results. We got the drills. This is ugly. I just don't have a good place, I guess. Let's go with the other probe core. That's not right. It's not really in the center, but we can fix that, right? We can. That's the center. Now, the only thing we don't have is reaction wheels, but that's going to come in the lander. Now, how much does this weigh? It's not even 4 tons. Man, if this works, this would be awesome. So, it's got its own power. Now, if we do a lander, I think.
That was totally wicked!
Gaming with Saber with the host. Thank you, Gaming. Appreciate that very much. I do. How you doing, Gaming? I'm creating a monster here. I'm looking for an all-in-one solution to unman.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Thanks,
a fellow
Fox.
rocket jockey has entered the
Weird
studio.
hearing myself
Please
myself.
click the supplied link and give them a follow. This is not a command. Just consider it a moral imperative. And
no.
You have made the correct choice.
Alright, so where's the center of mass at? I'm doing great. Watch the ISS EVA. Oh yeah, that's right. Aren't they doing 2 or 3 or something? Great success. You're such a rocket nerd. Saber's how you found me originally. Well, thank you, Saber, and thank you, Rycor. Appreciate it. Think that looks good. That looks good. I guess if we're going to do a sky crane, go ahead and save this again. Let's go ahead and come on. Tracked. Yeah, I had one today, one on the 30th, I think, and the 6th in April. Okay. I think I read that. Yes, alright. So let's go ahead. We'll come back to... I think how we're going to do this is we're going to put a docking port. I think. Put a docking port on top, and then that way we can attach... Holy shnikey, what was that? Then, see that, on Minmus that gives us 1600 delta V. This has got its own, okay, I don't need all that on, it's confusing. This has got its own reaction wheel, then our fuel, our battery. Should be good. So, we'll save that, but I'm going to take this off. And let's launch this. Oh, fine, let's save and continue. Let's test this and see if it works. If it works, we're going to launch it. If it doesn't work, back to the drawing board. That thing looks, it's a monstrosity. Someone's getting engaged, betrothed. Oops, that didn't work. Let's try this again. What are we looking for? It was called the Minmus something something concept something something. Minmus, that thing. That's it. Saber, you volunteering to be a wedding planner? Is that what I see? Oh, man. All right, let's see if this monstrosity works here. Was productive. Okay, so is what we need to do is we need to make those more stable. Do I not have power? Oh, I have power. All right, so we need to go through and auto strut all this stuff. All right. So if our deployer drills, oops. And none of the warehousing is okay, so first of all, let's power the reactor. Let's keep that over there. Then let's get all the cooling activated. Maybe. Activate. There you go. Let's activate this one. And activate this one. Alright. So, reactor's spinning up just fine. All the cooling is good. Now, initially is what we're supposed to do is collect some resources from our drills. The other container, there it is. Okay. So reactor is at an 18% load. Everything's cooling off nicely. So let's activate some drills here. If I can get it. There's no, that's not a drill. No drill. There we go. There's this drill, which is going to do gypsum. So we'll start the gypsum drill. Oh, I've never seen the little ones in work. We're going to do, this is the metallic ore. So again, we're seeing a load on the reactor. We should go up to 90% when everything is on, if I did my math right. Too much planning and 3D stuff? I get it. All right, so reactor drills are all spun up. Our reactor's at 68%. Cooling is still going good. Now the question is, see this? We're getting gypsum, we're getting metallic ore, that's working. Now is what we need to do is, first of all, these are our containers for our finish process. So the metallic ore becomes metals. And then the gypsum becomes fertilizer. All right. Now we turn on the crush-o-matics. And it comes with machinery. See, that's something that we wouldn't be able to do if we didn't have machinery. We wouldn't be able to do it. Now we start the metals. And our reactor load is still fine. Okay, let's leave this here. So that's, and then we have this guy. And we start that. So the question is this going to work? So it doesn't say it's missing anything. I don't see any errors. Our reactor's got enough power. Our cooling's holding. Drills are fine. I don't see anything errored here. I just don't see any end result here. And I don't want to turn on the plant. So if I'm storing it locally, it should see it locally. Let me accelerate time here. Look at that. We have fertilizer and we have metals. this works. It's going to be extremely slow compared to the Tundra version, but maybe that's going to be okay. So I can't believe this little Frankenstein thing here actually works. Can't really tell because of all this stuff. Reactor's good. We're just going to we're going to need machinery, I think. And we have some in our starting Ranger thingies, but eventually we're going to run out. But it's making fertilizer, and we want the fertilizer and we want the metals to be pushed out into the warehouse. So this is gonna work out fine. It just looks hideous. But aren't most like terraform operations, aren't they pretty much carbon copy of one another? Isn't that what they did in Aliens? They did that shake and bake operations, they called it, and all the terraform buildings, they looked pretty much the same that did all the work. It was the support structures that looked different. So let's go ahead and revert this back. Let's make sure we auto strut all the right things, and let's attempt to take this to Minmus. So first of all, is what I want to do is we're going to do an action group for this. That's not action groups. We're going to do action groups for the stabilizers, and we want to toggle. Cool. And those are already auto strut heavy, auto strut heavy, tracked. Okay. Then we can stupid thing. Auto strut that. Auto strut that. Thank you. And I think we auto strut the outside stuff. Should keep it all nice and neat. Evidently the heaviest thing is the reactor. That's fine. And also I've set this up so it can polymers. Is that what I'm working on? Is it? Oh yeah, it's doing metals. Wait, can this augment? Yeah, no, metals would be better to have. Alright. But I have to turn this on. Alright. So, the Sky Crane solution is we're just going to have a docking port up here. And because I've never done this, I am going to go with that same tank configuration. And then we're going to, we don't need such a big battery, I don't think. Okay, that's got its own guidance chip. Okay. Power generation, that's self-contained. All right. What am I looking for? I want to put the Sky Crane next, I guess. Oh, you know what? I wonder if this is still going to work. Oops. I don't think... I need to test this out. First of all, how much does this weigh? Look at that, under 4 tons. I think what we're going to do here is we're going to go, that's got its own reaction wheel, right? How much? 15, that's going to be fine. So battery and probe core for the Sky Crane. So let's grab a battery. Because we can always turn on the reactor. And a probe core. So this also has a little bit of a reaction wheel, so So when it comes to root, save that. All right, let's go ahead and extend the stabilizers. What I need to test is if the thrusters from the sky crane are going to work or not. Because they have this, wherever the thrust comes out, there's a certain spot that if it hits something, it doesn't give any thrust, even though it looks like it's thrusting. So we're gonna see if this, and also I don't want it to heat up and blow anything up. I have to refill my iced tea as well. And I think we'll restart KSP too. So while I'm refreshing my tea. Because this takes way too long to load. Okay, and those. Okay, it's wobbly because of that. Okay, that's fine. So let's activate the engines. All right, let's hack gravity. Oops. Cheats. Hack. Make it like the mun. It works on the mun, it'll work here. Oh. Control from here. Alright, control from here. Why is that upside down? Huh. Strange. Alright, appears to work. Alright, let's go to gravity. Set. And hack. Let's revert back to the SPH. I mean, it's not pretty, but it's going to be functional. So what we'll do is this is first time using these Ranger components like this. Why did that? So, take that off, take that. Oops, hello. Here we go. That was weird. Alright, so what we'll do is jigger that there. Switch root to there. I don't know. Alright, so let's go ahead and retract our stabilizers. I'm gonna run into an issue trying to put a rocket underneath this. You're gonna go play D&D with your friends. Awesome. Alright, Visosity. Hey, thanks a lot for stomping in. I really appreciate it. Good luck with your SSTO. I mean that. Have fun. Alright, so let's save this. And this is what we're going to do here. We're going to take a little tiny break. This KSP is running really slow. So, this is what I'm going to do. Is I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to restart KSP. I'm going to refresh my iced tea. And I shall return. Okay, I'm back. And hang on one sec. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right. All right, let's get back into Kerbal here. Let's see about getting this unmanned rig, this monstrosity. I don't know if I can come up with a more creative way of making it balanced and whatnot, but we'll try it. We'll see what happens. The thing is, my chair keeps sliding down on me here. I had that problem a while ago. I have a replacement hydraulic thing for it. I guess I'll have to replace it. All right, so let's go into the VAB. So a couple challenges is, since there's two containers and they have nodes, I'm going to have to attach something and shimmy it over here. All right, so let's go and load the SPH. We called this the Minmus gypsum metallic concept. All right, so let's load that in. It looks the same. Awesome. So the first thing is, let's make sure this is auto strutted. Cool. All right. Whoa. All right. Do. All right, so let's put those in. And I guess it doesn't matter. So we're gonna do a coupler. Like I said, we're gonna have to jigger it over. Right about there. And I think, in fact, is what we're going to do is we're going to put... What's really throwing me off is how small this is. I'm trying to find a piece of structural, because I need to extend it just a little bit more. I guess we'll do this. Because I want to put a fairing around this. So then we go to payload. Alright, hang on. Turn that stuff off. I got confused. Oh, that's better. Alright, so build fairing. Let's go out to about... Oh. There we go. Alright, nothing's poking through. Doesn't look like it. Cool. Alright, so, again, this is going to land on Minmus by itself. Plenty of delta V. I don't think I need that much thrust. I wonder what happens if... reduce it down to 50% maybe? Yeah, fine. Okay, so now... So that's our Minmus lander. Plenty of fuel. So let's go from Kerbin, non-atmospheric, and we need about 1300 delta V. So let's go with a decoupler. And then 1300 delta V. Let's see what happens if we just go here and a poodle. Now again, how much does this weigh? 11 tons. I think a poodle. Yeah, poodle will be fine. Cool. Very cool. I'm gonna take concept out. Save that. Alright. Need a reaction wheel here though. I don't think we need that much of a reaction wheel, so we can use one of those. And auto strut that. In fact, we're just going to copy all that. And take that reaction wheel out. We'll use a bigger one. And for... yeah, well, actually, take all that out. However, when we decouple this one, we're going to do... we'll do some separatrons. Like so. Alright. And then angle them out just a smidge. So that way when we stage... oh, that got weirded. Staging got messed up. So when we stage all that, it just separates it. Alright, so now, let's get off the planet. And let's do a save there. Now let's see what happens if we use one orange tank. So what are we looking at tonnage here? One orange tank, and let's do a mainsail. Not enough delta V, so we're coming up almost half short. So what if we just double up our fuel? So we have a nice thrust to weight ratio. We're coming up what 300 delta V short. This one is a little over engineered. A little. That one's got a lot of extra. So maybe we'll be okay. Oh man, that's yum. You know, everyone always says more boosters. Oh, why not? Let's do that. Let's do boosters. We just need a little bit of assistance. That gets us a little closer. So, is what we want to do though, is I'm going to tack on small reaction wheels and make this a little bit more aerodynamic. Alright, so let's make sure these stuff stays all nice and no wobble. Wow, that actually looks like a real rocket, doesn't it? Cool. Alright, let's put some clamps on this. A little bit lower to the ground. All right. I mean, no Kerbal should be hanging out, so. Let's see if this thing will actually fly. Having a straw issue. Yum. Yeah, sorry, I'm cracking my knuckles. Okay, we're controlling from the wrong spot. I thought I fixed that. So if I say... Alright, hang on, let's aim our camera on side and say guidance chip, please. There we go. Huh. Is the guidance chip upside down? I don't think so. Weird. The heck? What did I do wrong? Let's pull this away. Alright, let's oh, it was upside down. Really? Wait. Let's do this. Alright, hang on. Let's just get another one out here. Oh, I did have it upside down. Alright, so let's put that there. Just in case something weird is going on with that guidance chip. Let's get rid of it. Attach that to there. So this should be root now, right? Alright, that's root. Weird. Jim Miliante, how the heck are you? I ran into a slight control issue here from my very wonky looking design. That shouldn't change. That looks good. Still good. Save it. Alright, let's see if this will fly. Well, I could have sworn I did. I had the guidance chip as root, but it was upside down. That's because I put it on over in the SPH and didn't pay attention to the orientation. I think I fixed it. Let's find out. That's better. Alright, cool. Alright. 90. Looks good. Looks good, looks good. Oh. Alright, well. We're good. Yeah, so in the SPH, when I put the guidance chip on, I didn't flip it over. I just attached it when it came out because, you know, it always comes out sideways anyways. So, we should be good. We are moving. We're going. SRBs are going to be here for about another 30 seconds. I'm thinking maybe 15,000. Jim, how you doing? All right, I got 7,000 left. Or 7,000. 7 seconds. 4 seconds. Yeah, 15,000. Cool. Let's make sure. Yay. Oh. So we have 47 seconds left. You're doing good. Putting together an RSS save. I am envious and jealous. I mean, maybe one day. I mean, I'm sure I ask you this each time, Jim, but use Smurf, right? So you don't have such long burn times, or if that's the right, you know, way of speaking to Smurf. And plus the multiple ignition things, the realistic ignition. I use Smurf? Alright. 1281. So we're going to have to borrow 400. So we're going to come up short in each one of these stages. Now, Smurf allows you to use, like, pretty much stock Delta V. Is that true, or am I butchering the reason why Smurf is used? Stock and mod parts. Oh, alright. I get it, I get it. So you don't have to use RSS engines and whatnot. I get it. Should have put a fuel cell here. Oh well. Adjust the weights of engines and fuel tanks to more realistic values and increases the power of the engines. Oh, okay, because if you used a stock engine in RSS, it wouldn't, oh, okay, it wouldn't perform correctly. Gotcha. Alright, so let's do SAS, let's do an F5. And we're going to extend these engines. Federal Gaming. Thank you so much for that, host. I appreciate it. How you doing? How you doing, Bithril? I'm gonna go ahead and fire up the reactor here. Wherever I put it, there it is. There's the reactor. Let's get all the cooling on. Okay, one. Where's the other one? There it is. Cool. All right, all the cooling's on. Let's get this weird looking thing out to Minmus. Come on. No, I wish to target Minmus, please. Thank you. And we're gonna reduce the clutter here. Oops, that's fine. Stupid Mun, get out of the way. Seems like every single time I do a Minmus encounter, I'm always having to get a high AP to snag it. Is that common, or am I just really bad at this game? I mean, come on, be honest with me. I'm doing good. How about you? Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, no, we're launching rockets. We did the Hubble Telescope from STS-31 today. We deployed that. That was a lot of fun. It really was. Except, I don't understand that when the Kerbal gets into my little MMU thing I made for him, the KMU, MMU, whatever it is, and he undocks from the ship, from the shuttle, he comes off like he's violently decoupled. Same thing when he connected with a small piece of structural piece and decoupled, he came off violently. But when he decouples from anything else, it was like you know, gentle push. Really? Well, if you are bad at this game, I wouldn't be on a part 79 history. Well, it's sometimes I don't do a historical, sometimes I do my career, so perhaps a little misleading, but still. Okay, so we have something in there. And because I can't gently nudge this, let me guess, this is going to be kind of a... Alright, fine. Let's go over here. The moon troll. Right, so can I still get... Just cannot. No, go the other way. Right, come on, mod. Go the other way. Alright, keep going. There was a possible... No? Do you not align to Minmus plane first? Nah. I mean, I don't have the Delta V. I mean, I guess I could, but... This might take a little bit longer, but... You know, my alignment will be off, and I can just fix that in a mid-course correction anyways. Well, for one thing, that's not coming out far enough. I know I have a Mun troll. I'm just trying to... Alright, fine. Let's get past the Mun. See, there's a possible right there. If I pull back, does it disappear? Yeah, alright. It's the Mun doing that. Hey, Irie, how you doing? So we're just gonna... We'll do the high AP then. Alright. Just trying to find something that was a little bit better, but I guess not. Alright, so I have that possible. So what do I need to do? Pull this away? No. Pull it back this way. Alright. Fine. We'll do it this way. That, and then boom. Alright. That's going to cost $926. That's about what it takes. That's really silly not to align the planes. You can just burn prograde. Well, thanks. I like being silly. You don't have to align the planes, Ninja. Alright? You don't have to. You can do a mid-course and align that way. And if you align the planes first, don't you think you're burning more delta V than you need? Alright, we're good. So it's going to be 926. We have that.
That was totally wicked!
Ray Space with the host. Thank you, Ray. Appreciate the host. Another rocket jockey there. I've gotten so used to Eve, I can't recognize Kerbal without it. I get it. What's up, Ray? You can
Ladies
just...
and gentlemen, boys and girls, a
Thanks,
fellow
Fox.
rocket jockey has entered the stream. Please click the supplied link and give them a follow. This is not a command.
Yeah, but
Just
still,
consider it a moral imperative. And no, you have made
I'm going to talk over
correct
myself.
choice.
If you launch into an inclination to match your target, you're still burning more delta V. Because whenever you launch into an incline or change your alignment first, you burn delta V because you're so close to the gravity, the SOI. Yeah, that's right. So you're at a lunch break at work or a break. What's that? Duna? I don't want to go to Duna. So I believe if we check the delta V map, so what is it? KSP delta V map. And it says what? It says for Minmus burn, you need 930 plus 340. So 921. So I'm under the delta V according to the map, but I am going to burn some more because I'm going to do a mid-course correction. And that always happens to me when I use a poodle. I don't know why. So if we just, I think all I have to do is just burn a little. KSP is for a low orbit. KSP is for a low orbit. Huh? I just need to burn a little prograde. higher you are, the cheaper it is. I mean, the closer you are to your target, the more KSP, or the more KSP, the more delta V, the further away you might be able to get, you know, what you're looking for, but it might not be as accurate. So, yeah, I don't know. Focus view. Oh, that's not so bad. No, you're not there. A reason you would roll and launch a specific way is to get to the moon in real life, because if you're trying to say that the moon in real life is an inclination, I am aware of that. Oh, too much. And I want to do this. Yep. And down. Up. How close am I? 31. Cool. This. Still 23. Cool. All right. So another little mid-course map is based on low orbit transfers. Oh, I see what you're saying, Ray. Sorry. You mean the Delta V map? Gotcha. I mean, the map says 80 kilometers, so that's 10 kilometers above LKO, right? So still, but the map says that's your guide, and if you can get under the guide, then you're doing good. And you know, Ninja was saying that I should have matched first, so I would have burned Delta V to match, which would have been higher because you're right there. So I came under the mark according to that, and I would have burned more. This way works fine. That's a great thing about KSP. You do it your way, I'll do it my way. Same result, everyone's happy. Cool. Alright, nicely done. Alright, then we're gonna... Oh. Do that, and then this, we're gonna come out above... Oh. We're actually gonna have enough. Cool. I didn't think we were gonna have enough to do it. No need to match if you burn up or down the BIOS. Hey, Ninja, it's a game, all right? I appreciate it. Is this Tyloo? No, this is Minmus. I am doing a Duna deployment simulation on Minmus, trying to come up with a cheaper way of how I did the MUN. So 222. Fine, and then we can just use the lander to do everything else. Oh. Whoa. Tyloo is more blue than it is mint. I have Apollo 16 on historical to do a crew now. Oh, that's so fun. What Tyloo look like? I did some flybys with Voyager, I think. It's blue. All right, so we only got 34 Delta V. We're actually going to use it all. We have to land this there. So over here is where I'm going to do. No, not there. I'll do it here. And we'll do an inclination. Whoa. That was gross. That's going to cost 43. That's going to be more than we have, so fine. We'll just do it all. Whoa. Okay. All right. Easy now. Easy now. What am I looking for? All right. Close enough. All right. So 35 Really, 35? All right, let's just let's try not to. Let's do this. 34.1. All right. Maybe I can adjust the inclination a little bit more. All right, cool. And that way we can use up. We'll use up the stage completely. And there's still. Oh, you know my notes. I need to do. Send.
That was totally wicked!
Machinery. What else do I need? Machinery. Oops. Mat kits. Supplies. Maybe. Who is that? Sequoia with the host. Thank you, Sequoia. Appreciate it. Oh, that was an auto host from. Cool. Alright, so this is going to get us somewhat lined up. Somewhat. And it pretty much uses everything we have left in this little stage. We're going to get rid of it. Okay, why did did I press a key by accident? I didn't mean to. Alright, let's SAS. And let's activate those engines. That was weird. I have an action group for the stabilizers, but oh well, they're there. Now you guys are okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to land exactly where I'm supposed to do, but we all know my skill in this game. So we're going to use the landing guidance because I can't seem to find this mark on my nav bar, and I'm going to say pick, and I'm going to say that's where I want to go. Then I get rid of all this, and really weird. So, a little inclination change. And let's put on some brakes here. A little inclination change. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. It's going to cost 18. Hopefully this works. I say hopefully. Yeah, it works. I'm just afraid that wherever the peak flame is would hit something. I'm not worried about cooking anything, I'm just worried about it working. Alright, cool. Now, let's go here. Let's start putting on some brakes. Again, more than enough fuel to do this. And this is just a concept that this is a much smaller scale than I used on the Mun, but it should be able to dig up 2 different resources, store it locally, and then process it into its refined version and push that out into the warehouse. And I'm trying to manipulate the local and planetary warehouses a little bit this time too. All right, so let's get a little bit closer, and for some reason that always gets off. Let's do some radial out. Good. Oh, you know the one thing I didn't bring? Alright, so, survey gadget. Now, normally I use rovers for this sort of thing. I decided that since these are unmanned, I don't need rovers, I just need an installation. Something to drop down and do what it's doing. Because it needs to do stuff. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and let's get pretty much over the target here. Put on the brakes. Again, it's only cost 70. So yeah, we're coming way over. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. That's a problem. Our topography is kind of fibbing to me a little bit. Oh, I never actually took note of where we were actually landing when it came to slope and whatnot. Oh, crap. So we're pretty much over where I want to land. All right. Oops. Yeah, that's where I want to. That's where I want to land, right there. So basically, I want to kill my horizontal speed. That should be close enough. Now let's do an F5 here. Just trying to kill off the horizontal speed. So we drop straight down. Ish. Alright, let's accelerate this just a smidge. That's not budging. I also want to make sure we don't pop up. Alright, so let's see here. How can I do this? Go this way. Don't forget, Minmus is, whoa, very forgiving when it comes to fuel, delta V, landing. Oh wait, I'm doing all sorts of things wrong here. Alright, time to land this thing. Close enough to the target. It looks weird. Hopefully this works. Because I've tested stuff on Kerbal before and gone to the MUN and it didn't quite work. So, yeah, we made it. All right, so let's turn that off, turn that on, and let's initiate the tethers. Do an F5. And hopefully, like I said, we did test this on Kerbal. Let's deploy our drills. I guess I'm going to take a risk here because I forgot to test. So again, we're looking for metallic ore and gypsum. All right, that's good. Oops. Cool. All right, so I got real lucky on the landing spot. So all the cooling should be on. Yeah. All right. So what we'll do is we'll do an F5 here, and we're going to go ahead and decouple. And we won't need this anymore. Cool. All right, so drills are deployed. All the power is, all the cooling is on. Let's do the same thing we did before. So the reactor, 18% load. All the cooling, it should be, it's a little cooler. Maybe that's just because of Minmus versus Kerbal. Got that one, and then this one. Cool. I mean, cool. Then let's get our containers, so we make sure we're getting our stuff. Because it's all about the stuff. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing. Here we go. So that's our first container. So let's activate, not that. Drill would be nice. There we go. So this is our metallic ore. Start that one. And then this one would be our... okay. I'll get it. There. Oh, okay. There's our gypsum. Get that going. So gypsum's coming in, metallic ore's coming in. Again, we have large storage containers. I do not have the planetary warehouse turned on because I don't want it to push this. I want to keep it here so we can process it with these dudes. So this is going to make metal. So that's going to come from the metallic ore. And these are ramping up. I can see our reactor is pulling at 65 and climbing on the load. Okay, both drills are spun up. So that tests right. So in Kerbal it did the same thing, 68.88. Our heating's going up, and I'm not too worried about it. So now we're going to turn on our crush-o-matics. I want this one. So this one does our fertilizer. So we are going to move this up, move this up, move this up, move this up. All right, so we're going to start our metals and start our fertilizer. Now, eventually this is going to stop because I only have so much machinery here. So we're going to have to do something about the machinery. All right, so what else? Now, I also have, and I didn't test this on Kerbal, the MPU. I have set up to do additional. So right now our reactor is hitting 69. Our cooling's still climbing, but it's in the low 60s. So filling nicely. So the end result should be here. This is the end result for metals. And then this is the end result for the fertilizer. If I did this right, everything's on, right? Everything's on. Good. Reactor's holding stable. The cooling's fine. So if we accelerate time a little bit. All right, so it's working. So we're getting metal and fertilizer. And these I want pushed out to the warehouse. Now, this is one thing I didn't test, so let's see what happens here. Let's do an F5. I'm going to turn on the MPU. I set it for helping out with metals. And let's see where our reactor goes. Oh dear. I think I actually budgeted everything for that. So cooling's in the 90s, power's in the lower 70s. So again, this is going to augment the metals creation, and the metals again is going to be part of the whole creating material kits. Because we have our workshop, we don't have our people here. So is what we have here is a Ranger-sized version of something I did similar onto the Mun, except for this is doing it all in one location. We're digging it up, we're processing the first level, and then we're outputting the second portion of it, and it won't do a push until these actually fill up. So we won't see any of this stuff showing up on Minmus yet. We're seeing material kits because I have material kits being made at another drill site. So this works out pretty good. This was a successful, so I can take this design and actually say this works, and I can use it for Duna. I mean, it's going to be a reduction of output because it's such on a smaller scale. But again, we're going to a much more remote planet, and I'm trying to minimize the Kerbal footprint. Right now we don't have any Kerbals here, but we will need Kerbals at the workshop because we're going to start making these things and deploying them from the planet. That's the plan. But again, machinery is going to be a problem, and I don't know if this needs machinery, it's not going to do a pull. Not from the planetary warehouse. It would have to be from a local warehouse. So I'd have to bring over machinery and drop it. And I think locally, the machinery needs would pull. I think I have to check on the forums. I'm not too sure. But then again, is what I could do is I could produce my own machinery and put them on little launch rockets containers, and that's the one thing about not having logistics at a push-pull logistics. So we're good. This works. I'm very happy about this. Everyone should be ecstatic. Very cool. All right, so let's head over to the Space Center. So that was good. We did the Hubble. We landed the shuttle. We concocted that thing. I don't know what to call it. And we put it on Minmus, and it seems to work. I don't know what to call it. I don't know why that happened. Why did that do that? That was weird. So I think cheer. Oh, thanks, Sequoia. Appreciate it. Let's see what our next historical mission is. So Pap was right. I was holding off doing the missions because they were stalling. So STS-31 is what? We have to repair the Hubble. Oh, I didn't think I was going to have to do that. Great. Have 7 crew, rendezvous with the Hubble, and repair it. And we have to stay out there for 6 days. Oh, you know what? I don't have my shuttle outfitted for habitation and supplies yet. So that's going to be a slight modification to a stock shuttle. So basically we have to go fix it, even though there's nothing wrong with it. I wonder what, I guess we just have to rendezvous with it and then it'll be happy. Yeah, alright. You found a comet orbiting the sun. Sounds a little warm to me. But I think this is a good stream, and I'm gonna end it a little bit short today, just because I want to get making sure everything works, lighting, sound, and everything. And it sounds like everyone was able to hear me okay. It looks like everything came across okay. I had 59 total drop frames in 3.5 hours, so I think we're good. Oh, a mod. Oh, that's cool, Jim. Well, I think with 1.3, no wait, yeah, 1.3, you'll be able to do that without mods for comments, I think. So let me go find some other people out there and see if we can't go do a friendly visit, if you guys don't mind. Let's see what's going on. See if I can find. Friday's pretty thin in the morning. People are at work, at school, trying to get their days completed. I think I see someone out there. Maybe. Maybe not. See you, Ode. Have a good one. I think Twitch is lying to me, or not. See you, Fox. Have a good day. Appreciate it. You know, guys, I don't see. Let me go check another group of folks. So, hang on one sec. I am trying to find someone that's running KSP that I've watched or I know, so you guys can continue on your KSP, you know, addiction here. Nope.
Freedom on this campus.
Sorry about that. So, how about see if I know any of these people doing KSP. Waiting for my browser to refresh. Well, I do know one person. I don't think I've ever watched him. Let me just peer in to see if he's got any sort of bots running, any sort of mods. He does. Alright, so I've actually seen him here a couple times. This is going to be Mr. Wobble. So guys, do me a favor. Let's go do a Friendly Gamer Circle visit. You know it, right? Friendly Gamer Circle. I'm not addicted. I can stop anytime. I understand. Visit. So Friendly Gamer Circle visit. Right there, Mr. Wobble. He's playing some KSP. Large cargo plane ideas. So give him some input. So click on that link. Go over there. If you're not following him, give him a follow. He's not part of the Rocket Jockeys, but he's playing KSP, so there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So give him a follow. Put him on your list of people to watch, and let's see you guys tomorrow. All right? You guys have a great day. I'm gonna give my host right now. See you guys later. Have a good one.